Welcome back, everybody. I told you I would be back on YouTube with Branden. I'd get him back in here. Our schedule's kind of linked up, not really. I just worked a long-ass rotation. Brad's getting ready to go on nights. He's tired because he's preparing for nights. I'm tired because...
60 hours of work. Give me a high five.
70.
No, I got 60 ahead of me.
Oh, he's got 60, yeah. This episode is going to be similar to the last episode where...
You're harder on my wife than me.
I'm going to leave that alone.
I was hoping you'd trip up right there. What should I say? Anyways, go ahead.
Then this episode is going to be similar to the last one, except for obviously I'm going to have this guy interrupting me repeatedly. We are going to show you the next episode on our list. The last time we were making YouTube videos, doing the first 10 episodes, I went back to episode 11, Brews with Bryson. This episode is going to be episode 12, Superstores.
This is our Superstore show?
I really enjoyed Superstores. I thought the information was...
I totally re-listened to it recently.
Our sound equipment, we're going to get more into it whenever we get closer to those episodes. Didn't come in until episode 15. So
yeah, it was...
We're getting close. So the
Part
sound...
1 of Marvel, that's when we had it.
So if you go back to listen to episode 12, information, content, great. The sound, not as good. Not as good. Episode 15, though, and on...
So we have more than 10 episodes. We have about 12, 13 episodes of good quality audio. Our next episode's also going to be in that vein.
Yeah, episode 28 will be coming out on Saturday, as always, in a few days. Prepare for that. Make sure you guys find us on TikTok at HowDidWePod or go to our Instagram. Also at HowDidWePod, you can find links to our Anchor page, which will show you where the show is.
Yeah, and if you have any questions, just can email us at hdwghpod1@gmail.com, and I'm sure you can write some sort of description for all that stuff.
It'll all be on the screen, and then also in the episode description.
Yeah, the screen, like here somewhere.
HDWGHpod1@gmail.com.
Like here somewhere, maybe. Like right here.
One of us is going to be right, wherever I decide to put it later.
Maybe you just pop them in all the spots. So chasing our fingers around.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
But let's get into this episode. The opener for this episode, we are going to play for you right now.
Are you okay, babe?
Am I losing it? What can you possibly see in him?
Well, apparently they have a lot in common. They even finish each other's sentences.
What? Where did you hear this? Why haven't you told me about this? I knew it had to be something.
Everybody knows, home dog.
Well, I'm gonna have to turn this up a notch. Oh, hey! I didn't see you sitting there.
You didn't?
No. Oh my god. We made the same thing. How serendipitous.
How are you?
Good. It's all the good.
All right. Well, I'm done with this, so I'm gonna
Take it
off. Excuse me?
Nothing. I didn't say anything.
Are you feeling
All right, Kay?
Huh?
Jinx, you owe me a or you can't talk till I
What?
It was Jinx.
Okay.
Buy
Bye.
low, sell high. That's not what you're gonna.
I'll see you later.
Later, alligator.
Oh, okay. That one, I hope you guys enjoyed it. That was from Branden. He decided that employee of the month, we always try to think of a cool opener that kind of fits in what we're trying to do.
I thought it was funny, and then the whole Logan thing, we've kind of steered away from that just because of focus.
Well, we've also steered away because YouTube side it was more, because you can show Logan and all the videos we were doing. Like
he's trash. But I got my friend here, making me a cup of joe.
Coffee does sound wonderful right now.
I just want to sleep.
Yeah.
I'm going to sleep another hour.
But the opener was kind of funny. It was a play on me and Logan were getting along, and because we were pretending we're going to replace Branden. Branden's wife, Alexis, stepped in and nailed it with her part in the opener.
Yeah.
And then this was a cool one for me because I had to do a little bit more as far as the editing side goes. I talked about in the last episode where I'd have to cut in and out me, Bryce, and Branden. This one, I would cut in Branden, Alexis, and then I made that transition music. That is terrible, I know, but it's like the perfect early 2000s transition music.
Yeah, he made it. He brought all his instruments out and recorded them
No.
individually.
I use GarageBand. I cannot play that many instruments. I wish I could.
You can't play any instruments.
Not proficiently, no.
You can't play any instruments at any capacity.
No, I can play a little bit of piano. I can play piano in Udacity.
You could play the
Musician.
little. You do that?
I've never studied that one, but I've studied some piano.
It's the most simple of like.
Well, okay, I've just never.
Literally, just put your fist together and do this motion several times.
Oh, I could. I just never have. I've done other like them learning keys and.
You ever done anything that causes you to do this motion?
Nope.
I was waiting for you to get it, or you're not. Anyway, it's fine.
The opener,
Mm-hmm.
anyways, is. It's okay. It's not our best one, but I think I think it fits, and it's pretty
Dane
funny.
Cook, Dak Shepard, Jessica Simpson.
The episode, however, for Superstores was, as far as information goes, one of my best one. We cover we consider Superstores.
We split it though, because you did half and I did half, and we can do that. It's amazing.
Yeah.
You know, I think those are our best episodes because then we divide and conquer, as it were. You know.
Yeah.
But whenever it's one of us taking over, and like I think I did a really good job with the Marvel run because I did all the research for that, and I think it came out amazing.
Except for the one. Well, it also.
Well, no, Justin did all the second episode, but it wasn't really part 1 of 3. It was just its own thing.
And also because we both know a lot about Marvel, so even if one of us didn't do it wasn't hard for us to jump in.
Just to jump in, yeah. I think the Hot Wheels episode came out really good, and the Scotch episode was pretty interesting, and I got the list right here, so I'm just kind of remembering what I did.
But we're here to talk about...
The road episode, that was his idea. I did that. I executed on the research, and I feel like that was one of my strongest.
Yeah, but we're here to talk about Superstores.
But today, I was getting there.
We're here to talk about Superstores.
But back to us splitting, which we haven't done. We've done like maybe 2 episodes like that where we split 2 or 3.
We've done a few. We need to do more. It's just hard on timing.
I think Garbage Recycling and Superstores. Maybe one other one. I don't remember which one. I have to go back into the catalog and listen again. Superstores was definitely one of the stronger episodes. I don't remember everything. I do remember the FTSOB because they were the wildest ones, I think. There's
some good ones. I'm gonna play them for you guys in this episode as well as we get towards the end. Remember, if you want to know the answer to it, then you have to go listen to the episode Superstores number 12. How do we get your podcast? You can find the link to our anchor page that will lead you to our podcast. Spotify,
and they are good. There's one of my favorite lineups because I wanted all of them to be true. I didn't want a single one to be not true. It was a really good job on Justin's end.
So there's no hard and fast definition of what a superstore is. So we decided to go with Costco, Target, Walmart, BJ's. Right. The history of them are really fascinating. They kind of interweave with each other because you have Price Smart, which we covered because he leads
we got
into
Piggy Wiggly and like you did all that shit. Yeah,
because they lead to what we know today. We are both parts of the Soul Price fan club. Like the guy lived a phenomenal life. You can thank him for how your Walmarts, your Sam's Club, and your Costco's look nowadays. I mean, there's a lot of them. We go back to Clarence Saunders and the Piggly Wiggly. He helped with develop what the store is. We go back to I can't remember what that guy's name is from Corvettes in New Jersey, who helped become the club prices. There's so much that goes into the information on this episode, and I think it hits home with a lot of people because who doesn't shop at a Walmart or a Target or a Costco or a Sam's Club?
You're shopping at something. You're shopping somewhere. Every single one of these stores, even the smaller grocers, have been affected by these superstores in some way. They all have. And without these superstores, grocery shopping and just shopping in general wouldn't be what we know it to be today. Like, it wouldn't be the same. Because before then, you would be like, oh, what do you think you can pay for this? And it was people like, oh, I'll pay you back this much money later. Go back and listen to the episode. You'll learn all about it.
Yeah, you used to have people that would...
We talk all about that stuff.
You used to have people that you give them a list, and they would run around the store finding everything for you.
Yeah, instead of you shopping for yourself, putting in a basket, and then putting it in bags and heading home.
The research and the information in this episode is rich, and I think it works well for what you guys do nowadays for everyone. It's the heart of the show of how do we get here, and I think we nailed it on this one.
Yeah, I think we do a pretty good job. I think besides one of my favorite runs, but our Marvel run is kind of outside of the only one that's really outside of our our how did we get here shtick. But I mean, it still technically falls in because it's still going on, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we just finished 3 amazing shows. Watched Black Widow. He hasn't yet, I don't think.
Not yet. No.
Yeah, I was guessing you hadn't. And then we're about to get Shang-Chi and the 10 Rings, and
What If
then
is coming up.
The What Ifs are about to pop off like in 2 days. When you guys are watching this, What If will be released.
But watch this first. This will be shorter.
Yeah.
Don't worry about What If.
Or you can just watch. It's 1 episode, I think.
Watch this first.
Either way, I don't care. As long as you're watching this and you watch the whole thing and you've gotten to this point, I'm happy.
Yeah, that's also true.
By the way, have you seen Suicide Squad, the new one yet?
No, because I've
been working
like 15-hour days the last 3 days when it came out.
Watch it. Your days off.
I know.
These days off.
It came out on my birthday, and
you
it was
watched
like
it.
my longest day.
I watched half of it. Well, like a third of it when it released, and then finished the rest the next day.
Yeah, I want to watch it. I like James
Dude,
Gunn, so.
very good. If you guys haven't seen it, very good. Not the first Suicide Squad. I watched both of them, and this one's amazing. One of the best DCEU movies really out there, and I've missed only 2 of them. I've only missed 2 DCEU movies. Okay. We digress?
Yeah.
We lost
Superstore. Hey, you do go watch, though. There's a lot of good content that's out there. We appreciate you guys sticking around to watch us as well.
Yeah.
The Superstores episode, go check it out. I'm going to show you the FTSOB, which, again, I told you in the last episode, is Figure That Shit Out, Branden, where I give him 2 lies and a truth. This episode, in particular for Superstores, I give him three truths and a lie. You have to figure out what the lie is. I'm going to play it for you now. You ready to FTSOB? USOB?
No, I don't want it.
One more.
I don't want it.
Okay, sorry, I did 4 again. Because there's just...
I don't want it.
The facts are too good.
Your facts are too good.
I'm afraid it's going to be easy for you to find it.
I'm afraid you're going to be easy for you to find it.
You're a pain in the ass. I'm afraid it's going to be easier for you to find, though, because the facts are just so good, it's hard to come up with one that matches it.
Something so good, it's hard to come on.
I don't know how to respond to that. Okay, fact number 1. Costco is famous for its...
Penises.
Exactly, hot dogs. Famous for its... They worked out perfect. Yep. Costco first served their hot dog in 1985, right? Okay. Where you can get a hot dog and a soda for the legendary price of $1.50, and it's legendary because that's still the price that you can get a hot dog and a soda for $1.50.
They're big hot dogs. They're delicious.
From 1985, they first
some good
to now.
wieners.
Yeah, no, they sell a lot of them. They sell over 100 million per year.
What I'd love to do is get a slice of za and then a hot dog and a drink.
Yep, they should be sold for $3.65 a piece, but they're sold for $1.50. And they sell over 100 million of them, and they lose money on it. But you know why? Do you know why they still sell them for $1.50?
For integrity?
Nope.
Posterity? One,
they stopped using Hebrew National because they're trash, and they built a plant to produce their own Kirkland brand, but that doesn't really matter. They just kind of did that.
Yeah, because there's Kirkland stores, too. They're owned by Costco, right?
2, when the president and CEO, Craig Jelinek, went to Jim Siegel to tell him that they need to raise their prices, he responded with, "If you raise the effing hot dog, I will kill you. Figure it out."
Really?
So they keep it at $1.50 to this day.
He really said that?
Well, maybe. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't.
Oh my god, I hope so.
Okay, fact number 2. Clarence Saunders. I love the guy. I probably hate him if I knew him, but I love learning about this guy, right? He's the founder of Piggly Wiggly. Clarence Saunders, remember, right? He created Piggly Wiggly. He created the Clarence Saunders, sole owner of this store. He bought a football team in Memphis at this time, and he named them the Clarence Saunders, sole owner of My Tigers. They would play the Packers and the Bears. They would go visit them in Memphis. They would be invited to the NFL. He turned them down because he didn't want to share revenue and he didn't want his team to travel. The Great Depression hit. He lost his team. He lost his stores, everything, and they never joined the NFL.
That one sounds like complete bullshit.
Fact number 3.
I mean, just that guy and the way his attitude was before, like that, I could see it happening, but I don't think that one's real. But go ahead.
Fact number 3. Sol Price, known for really his interacting with his clientele, right, and his employees, really well taking care of them. One time he fooled all of his employees by telling them that the parking lot was closed. He made them search for parking all around the town. And then whenever they walked to go to work that day, they saw a perfect parking lot with Price parked in the middle of it. He had a good fund at all their expenses. Like, you have to have a good relationship with your employees to get away with something like that.
Yeah.
Like, that's a stunt that you just...
And he did. So he could do. And he seemed like they had that personality to be able to do. That one I do think might be a true fact.
Okay. Fact number 4, the last one. Sam Walton once promised his employees that he would do the hula on Wall Street if the company reached a certain point of profit in one of his years. They did so, and Walton did the dance.
He did the hula dance.
He did the hula dance on Wall Street. Then whenever you guys figure out what the...
Do you know which one it is? You probably listen to the episode if you do.
And if you don't know what it is, go listen to the episode again. It's really, really...
Check it out.
It's one of my favorite episodes.
And then it's good. I really love... can I give one away?
Go for it.
So, Costco hot dog. Who was it? What's his name?
Jim Sinegal, was he the
CEO?
Jim Sinegal was the founder.
So the CEO went to him? To the founder? I can't remember the detail.
I'm trying to remember the details too.
So I don't remember exact details, but essentially I've seen this actually a few times now on Instagram, like on these fact pages that I follow.
Yeah.
Since you've said this, so like you're the first. I feel like you were the first to say this, or at least the one to re-bring it back out. Yeah. That he came up to him and saying that we need to raise. We're hemorrhaging on these hot dogs. We need to raise the price on these hot dogs. If you raise the price on that effing hot dog, I will kill you. Figure it out. Yeah. Love it. True quote. That really happened. I love the fact that he did that.
Costco loses millions of dollars every
hemorrhage
year on their hot dogs.
But
It brings people in.
and
Keeps people happy.
also,
People talk about it.
besides that, they make so much money off of membership fees.
Yeah.
They make all their money on membership fees. They don't worry. They're still in the black. They're
Oh, yeah,
still
they're,
making.
They're,
they're
Costco ain't going anywhere.
Yes, they're making all the
Anytime
money.
soon.
Yes.
So
They're definitely not in the red. They're definitely in the black. They're making all their money that they need to make. I love the fact that they didn't compromise their hot dog prices. And their hot dogs are bomb. It's a big old juicy flavorful wiener right there.
yeah. Yeah, we like Costco quite a bit.
I haven't gone in a while, but that's my
we went
usual
a month
superstore.
ago, yeah. I mean, we go to Walmart because it's the only place around here. To
It's
get
very
things.
close. I don't count Walmart.
And then Target. Well, that's the only warehouse store you go to is Costco. Is what you mean, I think. We go to Target quite a bit when we go to the city as well. And Superstores, go check it out. It's a very good episode. A lot of really, really good information.
Yeah.
Again, we go all the way back to the Piggly Wiggly and all the way through to what you guys have today. If you want to find out how your stores became what they are,
And also a show that I just started watching, which is also our closer, Superstore. And it is about a store called Cloud9. If you haven't seen it, it's ABC. You can watch it on Hulu. Hilarious. That show is funny out the gate. The cast is amazing. And it is a very funny show. I slept on it for too long. Don't sleep on it yourself. All right?
yeah. So we're going to... Here's what we're going to do. To get out of this episode, we'll play the closer where you play the role of Garrett.
I love Garrett. It's my favorite character from the show.
And it's from the
that
Black Friday
was
episode.
very... It was... I don't know if serendipitous is the right...
How serendipitous.
Yeah,
It is from the opener.
Yeah.
So.
So it's very serendipitous that Garrett is my favorite character in the show, but here we go.
Yeah, here's the closer.
Hold up. Wait. Yo. I don't like doing this podcast here.
Okay.
But it's my side job. I do the bare minimum. But I don't do less than that. And I'm not about to let some punk-ass quarantine block off this room and make me feel bad for Logan, which I did not think was possible. So I'm going to get out there and I'm going to finish my research. And yeah, I'm going to cut corners. And I'm going to phone it in. But it'll never be said that Branden Reyes did not do just enough to keep this podcast afloat.
All right.
To work?
Yeah, I'll chop the